Disney World faces new questions this morning about why the park did not warn about alligators in a lagoon. An autopsy is planned today for 2-year-old Lane Graves. He was killed by an alligator. His body was recovered yesterday from about 6 feet of water. Mark Strassmann is outside Disney World, where wildlife officials are trying to identify the reptile that killed that little boy. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. The Graves family are still here at Disney. They're waiting for the medical examiner to finish his work so they can take the little boy's body back to Nebraska. They were 3 days into their Disney vacation when disaster struck.
16 hours into their search, dive teams found the body of the 2-year-old boy on Wednesday in the general area of murky water where an alligator snatched him.
There's likely no question in my mind that the child was drowned by the alligator.
Lane Graves had been waiting in about a foot of water at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa when the alligator dragged him under, despite his father's desperate efforts to save him.
Of course, the family was distraught, but also, I believe, somewhat relieved that we were able to find their son with his body intact.
Disney closed all the park's beaches while search teams scoured the lagoon. It's man-made and sprawling, covering about 200 acres. Parts of the lagoon are 14 feet deep and feed into a series of canals that wind through the Disney property.
There's a lot of canals and there's a lot of ponds and a lot of lakes that interconnect all the way through the Disney property. And so it wouldn't be unusual at all for alligators to be moving from one body of water to the next. This is one of the most aggressive times of the year from now until August.
We found some signs inside the park warning visitors against feeding the alligators. But at the lagoon where Lane Graves was killed, there are no swimming signs, but no warnings about alligators, despite the fact that Disney has had to remove gators from the property in the past. In a statement, Disney said, "We are devastated and heartbroken by this tragic accident and are doing what we can to help the family during this difficult time." Wildlife officials are now examining the bite marks of 5 alligators they've captured and euthanized to see if they've caught the one responsible for killing the little boy.
We're going to make certain that we have the alligator that was involved and that we remove it from the lake.
Many members of the search team's parents themselves have told us the circumstances of the boy's death are unthinkable. Gail?
Unthinkable is the word. It is without a doubt one of the most horrible stories we've ever heard.
Yeah, awful nightmare.